guys, I'm back with another video. This look was really requested on TikTok, so thought I'd do a tutorial. So let's get right into it. Just brushing up the brows. I'm using my favorite brow product. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Ebony. What I usually do is I just carve out the brow. Just go with the natural shape of your brow. I don't make them too thick or anything. And then once you're done carving them out, I usually leave the beginning of the brow, like the front of the brow, empty just because you don't want to make it look too dark there. So once you're done carving out the rest, just brush up the front of the brow and it gives it a really nice fade. And then what I do is I just take a concealer or a foundation, whichever one you have ready, that's a little bit lighter, and I just start carving out the brow. So just making sure you're cleaning up underneath. So any mistakes you make, especially in these times when you can't go to your eyebrow lady and get your eyebrows done, this really does a good job of hiding the extra hair, so it makes it look like your eyebrows are done when they really aren't. And then I just clean up on the top as well, and it just makes your eyebrows look more bold, which I really like. I'm just going to put some concealer on my eyelids. You can use eyeshadow primer. I just prefer concealer just because it helps with discoloration. So once I put the concealer on, it just helps my eyeshadows pop more. So I just prefer concealer. And then once I just put a little bit of concealer on my eyelids, I just pat it down with a beauty blender. Just make sure when you're using a beauty blender, you don't smudge. You are always patting because that does give you the best results. And if you guys ever see my mouth moving throughout this video, it's because I was filming a TikTok while I was doing my makeup as well. And comment down below if you're here from TikTok, because I would love to know how many of you are on my YouTube now from seeing me on TikTok. So thanks for showing all the love. I just wanted to say that as well. And now that I'm done putting the concealer on, I'm just patting some translucent powder on my eyelids. Now to move on to eyeshadow, I'm using one of my favorite purchases ever, the James Charles palette. I'm going to take that burnt orange shade and apply that into the crease of your eye. It's okay if you're not too perfect with this, just because you are going to be adding on multiple shades on top. So just make sure you get a good amount onto the eyelid. Make sure that you're getting it all in the crease and that you have a good start to layer on the other colors. So just taking that same burnt orange shade, I'm just adding a little bit more on the outer V. This is where I'm going to darken it up a little bit, so I just want a little bit more pigment just in that spot only. So now I'm going to take that brown shade and just add the color on top of where I just put the burnt orange. So just in the outer V, just so it's a little bit more of a smoky eye bit. Going to take the tan shade and I'm just going to be putting that on the eyelid. I'm going to be doing that so it brightens up your eye and it just gives you a wider eye look. So just a little bit like a cup crease, and just put that on the inner eye. Done, just a little last blend just to make sure all the colors are blended together and it doesn't look patchy anywhere. And now to move on to foundation, I'm using Amazing Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation in the shade Cappuccino. I know a lot of you had questions about the shades and the application of the foundation. Just make sure if you're using a beauty blender, you're not rubbing, you're always pouncing it on your skin, because when you rub a beauty blender, you're basically taking off the foundation and you're just smudging it. So make sure that you're pouncing it on. That'll give you the best full coverage. Didn't dip it into that much product. It's basically giving you full coverage, and this is a drugstore foundation, so it's very affordable and it's one of the best ones I've ever used. To concealer, I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Concealer in the shade Honey. I'm going to be applying this wherever I want light to hit my face, so on my forehead, down my nose, on my chin, and around my mouth. I know a lot of you had questions about the discoloration around your mouth. This is a great way to hide the discoloration. I don't use an orange corrector all the time. Sometimes I do, but I do feel like this concealer gives me the same coverage that I need without using the orange corrector. and then obviously underneath my eyes as well. And same thing with what I said about the foundation. Just make sure you're not smudging the product. You want to make sure you're patting it into your skin. And a lot of problems that people have is that their under eyes look gray or around their mouth looks gray. That might just be that you're patting too much. Just make sure that you're leaving the product there. Like once you see that it's full coverage, just let it be. You don't have to keep patting or keep brushing things on if you see that the coverage is good, because once you're patting more, you're just taking off product, so you're obviously going to see more gray underneath. Just once you put it on and it looks good to you, just stop. Just let it go. Less is more. Always make sure you set underneath your eyes and wherever you apply that concealer, just to make sure that your product stays all day long. And then for contour and blush, I'm going to be using this Perfector Face Palette from Cover FX. I use the deep brown shade for contour and then the mauve shade for blush. Mascara on my bottom lashes. I also did my eyeliner off camera, so let me know if you guys do want a tutorial on that. Comment down below and I can definitely do that for you guys. And so I did have a lot of questions about how I wear like a lighter color on my lips when I have darker lips. What I do is I always line my lips with a brown lip liner. Some of my faves are the Annabelle one as well as the MAC Cosmetics one in Chestnut. These ones really do help with making sure the other colors pay off more and they blend more nicely into my lips. And then I did apply the Anastasia liquid lipstick in Sepia. I always apply this just for my full lip. And then I do go into just the middle. I always pat on a lighter color. So as you're going to see when it does come up, I'm going to apply the Dose of Colors liquid lipstick in Flirty in just the little middle of my lip. And then I just blend it out. And then just pat my lips together and it just gives me a nice smooth color. And lastly, just adding a little bit of the Fenty highlighter in my inner eye just to make my eyes pop a little more, and we are complete. I hope you guys liked this tutorial. I do think next time when I do the tutorial, I'm going to talk through it instead of doing a voiceover. So let me know what kind of looks you guys like. I really do appreciate all the love you guys showed me on TikTok, so make sure you guys go check me out there. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.